All right. Welcome back, beautiful souls, to Rise from the Ashes. I'm your host, Tamarah, and today we will continue our Albedo Series, the phase of purification, clarity, and inner illumination. This is episode 3, titled Reparenting and Inner Dialogue, and it's a journey into the heart of your shadow where the child you once were still waits to be heard, held, and healed. So let's step into this light together. So, in shadow work and soul alchemy, reparenting is the conscious act of giving your inner child what they didn't receive: the affection, the safety, the validation, or even just the acceptance that was missing. It's not about blaming the past, it's about reclaiming your power in the present, in the now. And the tool that makes this possible is inner dialogue. Inner dialogue is the bridge between who you are now and who you were then. It allows your adult self to speak directly to the wounded child within, the one who still carries the echoes of old pain, unmet needs, and forgotten memories. Now, one of the most powerful ways to begin this dialogue is through journaling. You might write a letter to your younger self. Now, I know I've mentioned this before, offering compassion, the compassion that you once needed, the reassurance that you never received, or even the love you didn't know how to ask for. These conversations illuminate hidden emotions and unspoken desires. They help you retrieve the younger version of yourself from painful memories and kind of weave it back into your core, feeling whole, feeling seen, feeling safe. This is the essence of shadow integration. Um, it is Reparenting is, it also means setting boundaries, not with others, but with the inner critic that you have within. That voice that tells you you're not enough. That voice that repeats old judgments. That voice that isn't actually yours. Through inner dialogue, you can interrupt the spiral of self-hatred and reclaim control. And this is how you do this. You ask yourself, when you're feeling like you're critiquing yourself, ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Does this remind me of something from my childhood? Often, what feels like present day judgment is actually an echo from your past. Um, and your emotions that you feel in these moments are linked. So, feeling lack today can and does awaken every memory where you have felt lack before. So, in theory, every memory tied to that emotion can be summoned up for transformation. But this work is intense, and that's why I've been building you up to this information. Now, you do not need to dive into the deepest waters all at once. Take small steps. Honor your own pace that you set, that you decide. Now, when a painful memory surfaces, you can ask yourself, what lesson or what strength can I extract from this? This is memory alchemy. This is turning pain into power, shadow into wisdom. Now, this inner dialogue can trigger moments. So imagine a coworker criticizes you, and suddenly you feel an overwhelming wave of anger or shame. Instead of reacting outwardly, you turn it inward. This is what you do. You ask yourself in that moment, inner child, what are you feeling right now? What are you afraid of? What is this person triggering within you? What does your inner child, or how does your inner child need you to respond in that moment? And then in that moment, offer yourself compassion. It is okay to feel hurt by what they say, but remind your inner child, and this is something that you have, a conversation you have internally. Remind your inner child in that moment, don't worry, I'm here now. I will protect you. And remember, in that moment, think about that person. This is where your compassion for others comes in. Remember, people often project their pain onto others. So what they're saying is a reflection of something within them. They're just aiming it at you. So their criticism may not be actually personally against you, but your healing in that moment is about you, and it is personal. Okay? So as you respond to these echoes, respond with gentleness. The narrative that is unfolding is, is a sign of that person's inner insufficiency. Okay? They're projecting it onto you. You're feeling these emotions. They're tied to something from your childhood. You're feeling them all over again. They're probably tied to many different moments. Okay? But when you can control how you're responding in that situation, the insufficiencies that you feel begin to dissolve. The sharpness of old wounds that you once had begins to soften, and you rise stronger, clearer, and more whole. So, ways you can embody this. I have 5 practices that you can do to help you integrate today's teachings. First, we talked about inner dialogue. Pause when you feel triggered and ask your inner child, what does it need? Okay? You can reflect at the end of the day and write a letter to your inner self, a letter filled with compassion, a note to your younger self, offering kindness, understanding why you feel the way you did, what it triggered within you, understanding where that emotion first began. Okay? When your inner critic comes in and it starts speaking nasty to you, respond with a boundary. I hear you. Okay, I know where this is coming from, but I choose compassion for myself. So, and a reminder about memory alchemy. When a painful memory arises, ask, what wisdom does it carry? What is it reminding you of? What lesson did you miss that needs to be addressed now? And number 5, a daily anchor that you could use. End your day with one affirmation of self-love. Okay? These 5 things, practice consistently. These steps can help you integrate your shadow and nurture the wholeness of your soul. So, to recap, today we explored what reparenting truly means, how inner dialogue bridges your adult self and your inner child, and how journaling reveals your hidden emotions. We also discussed how you can set boundaries with your inner critic. Stop that voice, because once you start replaying those words, you're going to get stuck in that cycle. You want to break it. So when you catch yourself critiquing yourself, stop yourself. Change your thoughts. We talked about how your emotional triggers connect to your past wounds. So when you're feeling a particular emotion, it could be tied to many different memories. Now's your moment when you're feeling it to try to consider every moment where you felt it and address them all. Okay? Address and alchemize your painful memories into wisdom. Extract those lessons. We also discussed how daily practices can reinforce your healing. Okay? You can use all of these suggestions or just one, whatever works for you. This is the heart of the albedo phase. Purification through awareness, compassion through truth. Okay? Now, just a reminder, shadow work can be emotionally intense if you find yourself overwhelmed, distressed, or unable to navigate these memories safely. Please reach out to a licensed therapist or a mental health professional. You don't have to walk this path alone. And if you would like to go deeper into this work, my book, Rise from the Ashes by Tamarah, expands on these teachings and offers guided practices for your transformation. Everything that I just mentioned is in this book. So get your hands on it. I can even send signed copies if you would like them. So please just let me know in the comments. All of these teachings are here to help you on your transformation. I will put the link in the description. All right. In our next episode of the Albedo Series, we will explore Reiki and energy healing, another way you can get your energy moving. It is about how subtle energy can support your shadow work and accelerate your soul alchemy. You definitely don't want to miss that episode. Anyways, thank you for joining me in the light and the darkness. And until next time, sign in light and darkness, transmuted into wisdom. I am Tamarah from Rise from the Ashes. Feel free to like, subscribe, share this video with whoever you think needs a little assistance on their healing journey. As always, you can reach out for any questions, any assistance that you need. And again, the link for the book will be in the description. Thank you all. And until next time, keep rising, my friends. See ya.